Well, hello once again, boys and girls, and tonight we're going on another Alabama adventure. Only tonight we're going a little further south. We're going to the great state of Florida, the Sunshine State. I received an email here the other day from a man. I'm gonna call him Mac. He lives in Florida. I won't tell exactly where. I'm not even gonna tell the county because I don't know how big the counties are down there. The ones in Alabama are pretty good size, and you can say like so and so county, and it's a lot of ground to cover. But I know over in Georgia, the counties are about half the size they are in Alabama, and it's a lot easier to track something down. So anyway, I won't tell exactly where he is in Florida, but he has been doing a lot of Bigfoot research over his life. He says he's about my age. He has some pictures that he wanted to send me to look at, see what I thought of, and I want to put them on here to let you look at and see what you think about it. So anyway, let me get my glasses on right quick, and I'll read you a part of one of his emails that he sent. He said, I have been tracking and fooling with these guys for longer than I care to admit. I am like you, I'm getting older now, and I have some film, a lot of film, that will make you rethink reality. Been watching for a long time. I'm not a YouTuber or a book writer, just a large landowner with nice cameras. Looking for a forum for some of this material to be seen. I would only ask that you keep the location and my family out of it as my interaction with the Bigfoot continues. So that's exactly what I'll do. He did send a picture of his wife, I believe, in one of the pictures. And we won't mention her name. As a matter of fact, he didn't tell me her name. But anyway, what I want to do is to pull up these pictures, let you look at them and see what you think. So in just a moment, we'll be headed out on our Alabama adventure.
And now, from the tail end of the Appalachian mountain chain in the heart of the South, this is Alabama Adventures.
Yes, today I should say our Florida adventure. Okay, now tonight as we get started, now some of these photographs he sent through the regular mail, and some of them he sent email. He's kind of like me. He says he sort of has a hard time sometimes getting emails to work, and I certainly do too. I know what he's talking about. But anyway, what I want to do is to give you the description that he told me on each picture, and then I'll show you that picture. Okay, now picture number one is a Bigfoot that is sitting on the ground behind a field fence he tore down. We call him Elvis because of his long white sideburns. I also noticed the staff in his right hand. This is high tech. It is a gray metal color. You can see his middle finger is wrapped around it. The white line across this photo is the top strand of a barbed wire fence and is about 53 inches high. When he stands up, he is about 8.5 feet tall. Okay, now let's go to picture two. Picture two is a female that came up to the fence line with her baby. The girl in blue is my wife going to have a look. Picture number three is a 9 foot 3 inch tall Bigfoot we call Wild Bill. His skin tone and features kind of make him look like Bill Cosby. Notice the large skull he has in his right hand. Picture number four is Bigfoot up a tree. They feed on the deer and he is scoping them out. The black and white is a close up of his face. Notice the white goatee. Picture's only as good as the printer, and I will try to send a few via email, and that's exactly what he did. So anyway, what I want you to do is to look at these pictures, see what you think, see what you see in them, and he is coming in very close contact with these creatures. But if he has been uh, feeding them and that type of stuff, heck, over a period of years, researching them, then they do get friendly and they do come up to you. And I do want to thank Mac very much for sending me these pictures. I believe he has some more that he's going to send later on, and we'll get those up for you to look at also. Now, as I said, I won't tell you where Mac said he was located or the return address that was on his mail this afternoon when I received these pictures, because we do need to keep things like this kind of quiet whenever someone is doing research. There's just too many people out there that would jump in their car this afternoon and go try to hunt these Bigfoot down. And since they are coming in contact with humans, they're probably a little bit more trusting than just those out in the wild. And it would be easy for somebody to harm one, catch one, or to kill one. And we certainly don't want that to happen. Now I have something else I want you to look at, also from the state of Florida. As I mentioned in a video a while back, I used to live in White Springs, Florida. That was on down close to Live Oak, Florida. And I had some friends to email me from Live Oak here the other day, sent me a picture that they had that came from Wadley, where I live. Now, it's a small world. What it is in this picture I want you to look at was there was some type of celebration going on in town that day. And it was either the Army, the military of some kind, or probably the National Guard was having a parade here in town. And anyway, this man, Glenn, I just call him Glenn, had this picture, and he said when he heard me talking about White Springs and Live Oak and that type of stuff on the previous video a while back, that he was kind of shocked that they had been here and I had been there. So what he did, he sent me this picture. This is Glenn when he was a little boy sitting on the back of a Coronet car, I believe is what it was called. And he said the reason that his parents bought this car was because it had bucket seats. And I believe this was around 1970 or somewhere in there. And this lady standing next to Glenn, who is sitting on the trunk of the car, is his mother. And anyway, I do want you to see that picture, because you know I like old stuff that reminisces about my life and where I've lived, but other people as well. So I want you to look at this picture real quick. Well, all right, boys and girls, I guess that was this Alabama adventure that we ventured over into Florida, a place that I really enjoy vacationing. I enjoyed living down there several years ago. The thing about Florida, it's like Alabama. It has a lot of stuff to enjoy: the beach and sand and the surf and the ocean and beautiful women all up and down the beach, laying out, getting a good suntan. And yeah, you say, well, you're 63 years old. What are you gonna do with a beautiful bronzed woman laying on the beach? I'm gonna look at her now is about it. But anyway, and I'm gonna enjoy it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Alabama adventure. And as always, I'll tell you that the Alabama Bigfoot Society is run completely out of pocket. If you're in a position where you can and where you would like to make a donation, that would certainly be appreciated. Hope you give us a like on this video. And if you do like what we're doing down here, I hope you subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, once again, thanks to Glenn and thanks to Mac for sending those photos. And I'll see you somewhere on down the trail. Wait a minute, I'm getting ahead of myself. And as Hank Williams used to say, good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you somewhere on down the trail.